Hey there YouTube, it's Nick with Feeding Fitness. Today I'm going to answer a viewer question in the comments of one of the videos. Subscriber CliffEmall100 asked a question about progressive overload. He was asking that, well, during a cutting phase, should you keep trying to progressively overload, or should you lift the same weight, same sets, same reps every day, and kind of give up on trying to move your strength up? Well, it's a good question. So as some of you might know, it's not that easy to gain strength on a cut, especially if you're an intermediate to an advanced lifter. I'm at the point where I do not gain strength on a cut. Some of you might, and that's generally because you still probably have a lot of strength to gain. You can spend a year cutting and gaining strength, but you will ultimately reach a point where your strength is not going to budge while on a cut, and you actually might see it slip a little bit. And that's normal. So my answer to your question is, don't plan on inducing progressive overload during a cut, but try. If you're capable of it, absolutely. Don't just say, I can squat 315 for 5, so for my entire cut, I'm going to squat 315 for 5. If you feel good after doing 5, and you can do a 6, by all means do it. If you can do a set of 8, by all means do it. And if you get 3 sets of 8, go ahead and up the weight and, go ahead. Progressive overload is great if you can manage it in a cut. But like I said, most of you, especially if you're intermediate to an advanced lifter, just aren't going to be able to do that. Your body is not making strength gains in any other manner other than hypertrophy and muscle growth. As a beginner, you make neurological strength gains. A lot of it has to do with how your form is. As your form gets better, you make strength gains based solely on that. But if you're already lifting fairly heavy and you've been doing it for a while and you're not changing your form, just don't expect a lot of progressive overload to happen during a cut. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, the term progressive overload is simply means more weight on the bar or more sets or more reps. That's how you get stronger, that's how you get bigger. You can't hope to go in the gym and lift the same weight for the same sets and get bigger. But when you're cutting, your goal isn't to get bigger, it's to lose fat. So like I said, progressive overload is not so much of an issue. You're not really as concerned about it. But for you beginners out there, absolutely you should be progressively overloading during a cut. If you are new to lifting, there's no reason your strength shouldn't shoot through the roof, even if you are in a deficit and you don't have a lot of calories. And it's simply because your form's going to get better, your central nervous system is going to make adaptations. You're just gonna adapt to lifting weights. So for anyone who's been lifting under a year, yes, you absolutely should make strength gains during a cut. But for anybody else, don't worry too much about it. Fight like hell to make your strength not go down. That is always my goal coming into a cut, is I don't want to lose any strength. Sometimes I don't meet that goal, but I fight like hell to try and keep as much strength as possible. So I hope that answered your question. Anybody else who has questions, drop them in the comments below or ask at the Facebook page at facebook.com/feedingfitness. And if your question is something that I can't answer in a 500 character limited YouTube response, then I will make a video. So the better your question, the better chance it'll show up on the next Feeding Fitness episode. So that's really all I have to say. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.